I finally got a pair of the new AirPods, and the first thing I realized is, whoa, these things are small. I'm gonna lose them. Welcome back, guys. My name is Eric, the MDFM, and you're watching Modern Day Tech. Now, normally I don't review Apple products. There are a lot of great Apple reviewers out there on YouTube, but today I had to bring in the Apple product because one of the things I did notice is that I'm definitely going to be losing these before I know it. And one thing that I do review a lot on this channel is Bluetooth trackers and other trackable products like GPS trackers. And I thought it was very important to find a way to be able to find your misplaced Apple AirPods. Now you might be asking me, can't you find your AirPods with your iPhone using the Find My iPhone app? Well, that is sort of true and not true. The thing is that you can definitely use the Find My iPhone app to find misplaced, like if you drop one of your earbuds or both of your earbuds, you can definitely ring them independently or together. But as you can see here, they are not very loud. If you misplace both AirPods and the case all together and it's closed, there is no way to ring it. Yes, as you can see here, the option is there to play the sound, but after a minute or two, it won't do anything, and eventually it will say the sound is pending, and it won't ring either of the devices until one of the AirPods is out of the case. I definitely think Apple should either put a little speaker or built-in buzzer within the case itself, or at least, at minimum, allow the earbuds to ring while they're sitting inside the case. Now, the current volume of that ringer is not going to be very loud with the thing shut, so they would have to make it louder. But since they don't have that feature, I'm going to have to figure out my own way. As you can see, I have over 50 Bluetooth trackers to choose from. I was able to eliminate a lot of them based off of size, weight, durability, and reliability, and I knocked it down to the top 12 different choices. And believe it or not, a lot of these made in my top 10 Bluetooth tracker video. If you guys haven't seen that, definitely check out that video. I will put a card in the top right corner. There are mainly 4 factors that I'm considering to factor in which Bluetooth tracker I should put onto the Apple AirPods. Of course, this is the wireless case, so really I can't have anything on the back. There's also the button on the back, which you can't cover that up, even though you only really need to use that once or twice. By just even if I didn't have the wireless case, it can't go on the back. On the front of the case, you have the little LED light, which is no big deal. And then the fourth and final issue is the hinge and being able to open the case up correctly. I then continue to narrow it down even further. For instance, here's the Q Pro, which was recently released. Unfortunately, this was just too big and too heavy to fit on the back of the Apple AirPods. Same thing with the original Tile Sport. Plus, this doesn't have a changeable battery. Even with the brand new Tile Pro, it's too big to fit on this. The Tile Style from last year definitely was a contender. I love the look of this. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a replaceable battery, which means I have to remove it every single year. Maybe it's an option for you if you like the gold and white style, but for me, I just can't do it. And then I looked at the Tracker Pixel, which is actually one of the smallest Bluetooth trackers. Has a nice little blue LED light on the outside, decent sound, but when it came down to the battery, unfortunately, there's no way to replace this battery without actually having it like in your palms. It's really difficult to change this battery, and I'm just not able to do it while it's on the case, so I would have to remove it. So unfortunately, it has to go. I think it's a Lapa 3. It's just too old of a tracker. They haven't put out anything new recently. And same thing here, the battery is on the back. I could possibly switch it around, but just because it's old, I can't do it. Here's another old tracker, Bravo. One of my favorites back in the day with its suicide door is a awesome design. Never had great distance or great volume. Battery life was terrible, but at least you could change it. I think it was like 1 or 2 months. And unfortunately, I'm hearing some bad things about Tracker. I'm hearing they're not doing very well. They haven't put out a brand new product in like 2 or 3 years. So I just don't know if they're going to make it. But I do really like how you can access the battery door from the side. Here's the Tile Mate. This one again does not have a replaceable battery, so I think this one will have to go. They do have the new Tile Mate from this year. It's definitely probably the thickest of all these trackers. Once again, the battery door is on the back, so I would have to figure out how to able to access that battery door, which you might be able to do from the side, but it's going to be very difficult. Or I can install this upside down. I will lose the ability to be able to press the button to ring my phone, but I really don't need to do that anyways because I have other tiles that can find my phone if I happen to lose it. And now here is the Chipolo Plus, which I really like how the light actually goes through the little keyhole. Definitely a big plus here, but because this is a little bit bigger than most other trackers and it does not have a replaceable battery, I think it's going to have to go. Then we have the new Nanda Echo, I think it's called. I haven't reviewed it yet, but probably by the time this video comes out, I probably will put a video out this. I don't even know why I'm saying new. I've had this thing for a year and never reviewed it. Now, if I do glue this on to the Apple AirPods, I'm going to have to do it sideways, as you can see here. It's going to hang out off the side, but I can then put a keyring or something else if I wanted to. There's something about this, the shape of this and the feel of it. It feels thin, it feels great. And a big plus about this one is it has a rechargeable battery. There's nothing to replace. You can actually just put a micro USB wire to it. Now, battery life is only about 2 or 3 months. Haven't fully tested that yet, but that means you got to charge up every 2 or 3 months. And I don't know if I'm ready for that. It's bad enough that I have to charge the AirPod case, which this is the wireless one. I can just drop it on a wireless charger, so definitely a possibility. Then we have the Chipolo Classic, which is the little brother of the Chipolo Plus. It has that hole that is lined up perfectly so you can see the LED lights. It's actually a little bit smaller, a little bit thinner, and it has a replaceable battery, so it's definitely a huge plus right there. Plus, the ability to change the battery is super easy. You just need to get your little thumb in there and pop open the top. The bottom of the case can actually stay connected to the Apple AirPods, and you can change the battery and snap it right back together. So with all honesty, I do think for me, the Chipolo Classic is the way that I want to go. And if I do, I will be using these little 3M double-sided adhesives. I'll leave a link down in the description where you can pick these up. Just make sure you clean the area really well before you put this on. They tend to stay on, and you don't have to worry about them falling off like in your pocket or anything. They're actually a little difficult to get off. The best way that I've found out to get them off is with some dental floss. You might have some residue left over, but that's easy to clean up. So here are my 4 finalists. We have the Tile Mate 2018 with a replaceable battery, the original Bravo from Tracker, the new Nanda Echo, I don't know how to pronounce it, and the Chipolo Classic. And I actually have one other possibility, and that is actually a case that goes around the entire AirPods, and then you'll be able to attach any Bluetooth tracker to the keyring. And if I go this way, I am definitely going to be using a Tile Pro because that is my #1 Bluetooth tracker that is currently out there on the market. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below which of these 5 options you would pick. So I'm kind of leaning towards the Chipolo Classic. I think these are my 2 options. Not quite sure. Definitely Stay tuned. Watch me on Instagram or Twitter. I will definitely be updating both of those social media outlets to let you know which one I finally pick after I take your comments and questions into consideration. Alright guys, let's wrap up this video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys want to pick up any of these trackers, or if you guys do any, if you guys attach any of these to your AirPods, let me know. I would love to hear what you guys are doing with these Bluetooth trackers. I truly appreciate the love and support. I will see you guys on the next video.